I think that is a segue. I was going to go to Kieran, but because Monica brought up certifications, if I'll just jump in right there. So I am Karrington Griffin, as you all may know from my voice or face. I am the certification specialist for the Minority Business Assistance Center in Ohio.
Say that 3 times.
Man, we are powered by YBI. My role is strictly to help those minority clients and business owners become certified. Karrington, what does certification mean? What is being certified? So being certified is a special stamp from the state of Ohio that they grant you. They vet you for this, and it means that they have done their due diligence to make sure that you are, one, a viable company, that you are an honest company, and that you fit in the categories of being a minority-owned business. Karrington, why does that matter? It matters because of what Madam Wheeler stated earlier, and the state's set-aside. A set-aside is literally, it is set aside. The state has an annual budget. So this is government. Everyone has an annual budget. Most businesses, companies, organizations, they will have an annual budget. With the state of Ohio, they have an annual budget. I don't know what that number is this year for the annual budget. But in that annual budget, they take 15% of that annual budget and they set it aside to be spent with minority-owned businesses. Take a moment, take that in. 15% is a big number.
Absolutely.
That's a big number of a big budget. Mm-hmm. So that set aside is strictly for minority businesses. Now, hey, I'm a minority, I have a business. Hey, you qualify for that set aside. Hey, Karrington's a minority business, but I'm certified. Guess what? I qualify for it too, but when I qualify for it and my business goes up, I have a yellow highlighter next to my name, and it just sticks out a little more, and it kind of gets pushed up to the top of that list. And if you want to be pushed up to the top of that list, that is why we push certification. We have 4 certifications. We have the MBE, which is the Minority Business Enterprise certification. We have the WBE, which is the Women Business Enterprise certification. We have the VFBE, thank you, which is the Veteran Friendly Enterprise or Business Enterprise. And then lastly, we have the EDGE certification, which is Economically Disadvantaged EDGE.
Just economically disadvantaged groups.
There we go. No, that's the G. Economically disadvantaged groups, which if you live in Youngstown, if you're in this Lake to River area, majority of us will qualify for that EDGE certification. Did I leave anything out? Is there anything?
I don't think so.
That I didn't touch on.
What's the process? What is the process?
Oh, there we go. Process. So process is you reach out to any one of the 4 of us. However you get connected, they will connect you to me. I will send you a very friendly email. There's a video in it. And then also there is a checklist. We call it the certification checklist. Has about 13 mandatory documents, depending on your classification with the IRS. By that, I mean, if you're LLC, if you're a corporation, partnership, depending on what you classify as, some of those documents will get interchanged and the list a couple things will get added to that list or subtracted. But at its core, it's 13 documents. I will go over those documents with you. Again, don't get nervous. Those documents are very simple and very basic documents. Passport or birth certificate, taxes from the past 3 years or the life of your business. The number 1 requirement is you need to have been in business for 1 full calendar year in the state of Ohio. So again, we go over that. We do initial meeting, we'll go over those documents. If you have any questions, I'm able to answer them right there on the spot. From there, you as the client, you get with your accountant, your attorney, whoever you need to get with your team, you gather those documents, then you bring those documents back to me. What I do for my clients, I kind of make it a little easy for you and for me. We have a Google Drive. We share that. We upload those documents to the Google Drive. As you're uploading, hey, KG, I just uploaded this. Can you take a look? Make sure this is the right information. Boom. Yep, you are all good to go. As soon as you get this last document to me, we can schedule our next appointment. So we schedule that next appointment. I like to schedule for an hour because it's about how long it will take. We go through to the Ohio Business Gateway. We get your account set up, and then there is a 17-page fillable document online right there through your portal that we fill out together. The reason I like to do this with you is I like to take out the guesswork. It's just a lot easier if I'm there. We can share screens. Typically, what I do is I will pull up it on my end, and I will just go through it with you and just kind of help with those questions that you may have. We fill those documents out. We upload those files from our Google Drive. We submit to the state. The state reaches out. Hey, I've received it. From there, it's about the timer starts. So you have about 30 days to 120 days is what the state tells us to tell you. I can tell you in my experience, it has never been that long. It is closer to the 30 days to 45 days that you receive correspondence from the state. I feel like I'm doing a lot of talking. I hope you guys are not bored. I'll jump back in.
It's a loaded.
Yeah,
for sure.
But I just in my mind I said, "Wow, man, I've heard my voice a lot just now."
It's important.
It is important. So, again, 30 to 45 days, you will receive correspondence from the state of Ohio. That correspondence will be an email that is saying, "Hey, thank you for your application. I would like to have a phone interview with you." You do that phone interview, make sure you are somewhere quiet so they can hear you. And it's about a 15-minute call. And again, they're interviewing you about the resume that you submitted, if I can say it that way. So the documents that you submitted, they're just going to ask basic questions about it. It's nothing that you need to prepare for or anything like that. It'll be all information as the business owner you should be able to tell us and that you will have readily available. From there, 9 out of 10 times the state says, "Thank you so much. You have been approved for certification." They will send a follow-up email with all of your documents, your stamps, your numbers, anything like that you need. They will also send, now this is where it gets really important. They will send, this information is what you need for procurement. So when it comes to looking for jobs with Ohio buys or submitting that paperwork, these are the documents that you will need to attach to your RFPs, requests for proposals, and for bids when you are sending in those documents. I think I quickly went through that certification process. Madam, did I?
Very good.
Okay.
I think you went through it well. And for me, who's sitting on this side of the table, who was waiting for the state to call me, waiting for those emails, it seems much more intimidating than it actually is. Mm-hmm. Going through the process, it's like, oh, that's it? Oh, okay. Oh, this was nothing. So I bring that perspective to the clients and say, look, relax. It's not that big of a deal. Like, it's going to be fine. It sounds scarier than it is.
Yes. And Tanisha and I, we can speak to the certification process before the state.
Much more daunting.
Oh, my goodness.
Much more daunting. The 13 documents were it was like 25 documents. It was 2 pages. It was ridiculous. And it was uploading each document
scanning them in
and still upload. It was crazy. So the Ohio Business Gateway was a game changer. And the biggest thing I can say before we introduce Kieran, because I feel like we just talking, Kieran.
No, it's valuable.
The most important thing I can say is file your taxes, because your taxes will not only affect your certification, it'll affect your ability to apply for funding, and you'll never make it to me for procurement. So always file your taxes, even if the company had a loss, which is very, very common year 1, year 2, year 3. We have clients that are like, I didn't make any money, I didn't file taxes. No, that is not correct. You still need to file your taxes. Schedule C if you're an LLC, a K1 for a partnership. Yes. So there's various documents. If you work with your accountant, or if you're filing on your own, just make sure that those documents are included. But yeah, the certification process is much more simplified than it was three years ago.
Absolutely. While you still have the mic, can you introduce your fourth and final team member?
My newest team member.
Yeah.
He arguably may be my favorite on certain days. Kieran Davis, he is the newest asset to the MBAC. He's our business advisor. He came in at a time where we needed a business advisor, because we all were kind of pulling the weight of that role. So Kieran brings a wealth of knowledge. He is an entrepreneur. He is such a brain. He knows a ton about the industry. He's a marketing guru. He brings a wealth of knowledge to our clients. So like I said earlier, he is the first face typically that you see. So he kind of assumes where you are and plants you where you need to be. So Kieran Davis.
Thank you. I appreciate that. And I know we've been given so much information, and I know you guys been taking a lot of notes. This is valuable. So I'm going to really just give you guys a call to action. My role as a business advisor is to help you, work on your business so you don't have to work as hard in your business. But before I dive into that, I understand that there's 2 tiers for the MBAC. There's tier 1 and tier 2. We're tier 2. Tier 1 is for startups. I mean, you're in the ideation phase. You don't even have an LLC. You barely know your business name at that time. But that's okay. We tend to blur the lines. We don't turn anyone away. We can help you with that. But we really kind of base it off of, do you need a business plan or do you have one? But even if you have one, let's review it. Let's look at it. Let's see how we can refine it. But ultimately, if you're struggling with marketing, let's talk. We can help you. If you're struggling with turning your leads into customers, let's talk. If you're struggling with returning customers, let's talk. Well, no matter where you're at in your business, we can talk to you, we can help you, we can assess the best strategy to help you overcome whatever hurdle you're facing. So that's what the MBAC is here for, through startup, through selling your business, through procurement, through getting certifications, through finding funding for your business. We're here to make this process less painful for you. Although entrepreneurship can be scary, this is why you need a valuable team like what we have here to help you through that journey.
Wow.
That
Great.
was so good.
That was.
Really,
I'm like, I'm ready to call you.
really good.
That was so good.
Such a powerful call to action. Kieran, I'm broke. How much does it cost to come sit with you?
That's the best part. Our favorite people are broke people.
Okay.
No, but it's completely free. But the services are above and beyond, right? So that's the best part. I think when people think, oh, you're not going to charge me, like maybe this isn't going to be what I need. But no, our team is, I think between us is probably like 50 years of experience or something like that, So free doesn't mean poor quality. I think we are better than a lot of people say competing, and I would say outperform a lot of people who are charging thousands of dollars. So this is very valuable for anyone, no matter where you're at in your business. Even if you have money to afford it, I think you should still come see us.
That is awesome, and a great point. I was privileged to travel with you all to Columbus. The state of Ohio, Department of Development is where we fall under. We had a statewide retreat. I want to say this was our first in a couple years. And Madam Wheeler, at that retreat, you and your team were recognized. Kieran said something that kind of, let's talk about that. Can you tell us how the state recognized you on that state level?
Yeah, so at the state level, so every county in the state of Ohio, the Youngstown Tier 1 and Tier 2, we received the Best Overall Performance Award, which is super competitive, especially having such a young team. And then our Tier 1 also received the Capital Infusion Award, which means that we are injecting a ton of money back into the Valley, which is one of my biggest victories since becoming director. We last year infused 1.7 million back into, Monica, do I clip that or is that right?
1.3.
Okay. We infused 1.3 million back into the Valley. So those Lake to River counties that we cover, we were able to put that money back into those small businesses. And they're not businesses that are far-fetched. Like we're in the east end of Youngstown right now. And to my right, we have Dope Cider House, who is a trusted client of ours. We have other businesses in the Youngstown area that we have been a great support to. So getting that acknowledgement from the state, competing against very large markets like a Columbus and a Cincinnati, where they have professional sports teams and tons of construction.
Airports.
To be competitive. Yeah. So the things that we don't have, to be competitive in that market and to get that acknowledgement was huge for us.
Awesome. Congratulations.
Thank you.
That was very big. I feel like the area does not fully understand the jewels and gems that the MBAC is.
Yeah.
I hear it all the time. We are one of Youngstown. And when I say we, I mean that there's a little duality in that. The MBAC and then also YBI, we are one of Youngstown's best kept secrets. So in 2025, we are letting you know we are trying to let the secret out of the bag.
Please come see us.
Please come see us. Is there anything else anyone wants to share?
I do.
Yes, ma'am.
This tax season is approaching.
Oh, yes.
And I need you to understand that if Auntie was filing your taxes for you, God bless her. However, we have to make sure we have a professional tax preparer / accounting, because we do not want to leave money on the table. We don't want to leave money on the table, and for sure, we don't want to owe.
Right.
But just making sure whoever you choose is up to par with the new tax laws and everything that comes with it. So taxes is one of the most important things you can do, you need to do for your business. So if you don't have the money, you need to find the money to get you a good tax person, because that could be the life or death of the business.
Awesome. Question. Are there tax professionals that, like, so say I'm a client of yours. Hey, Monica, tax season's coming around. I'm nervous and I'm a little afraid because, like, my personal taxes I'm okay with, but my business, I don't know if they're going to charge me a whole lot of money. Do you know people that you can recommend? How would you answer that?
First and foremost, I do have professionals that I can recommend, but I never send everybody to one person. With taxes, you have to be comfortable, because ultimately this is your baby. These are your taxes. So I can give you maybe 3 or 4 options, and you're going to have to do your due diligence to interview, talk to, consult with, and see who's the best fit for you. Because what I don't want to do is say, hey, Jane Doe, here go accounting 1, 2, 3. And then you don't like them and you're upset with me because it didn't work. No, I always give variety.
Okay.
I always give variety, and I have to put it back in your court for you to decide what's the best suit for you.
That's awesome. That's a great answer. So again, not only is she the money lady, but she has resources and access to those people and organizations who can help you. Kieran, did you have anything you wanted to end us with?
No, I think we covered everything. I would just encourage people to take advantage, right? Anytime you have opportunity for something free that can help your business, that can excel your business, increase your mindset, give you more information and knowledge, take advantage of it. But that's it. I think this was very beneficial for all our listeners. And yeah, what about you, KG? Anything you got to add?
I'm all talked out. I did a lot of talking and I need water.
Nice.
Madam, I almost wanted to say Madam Secretary.
I love that show. I love that.
Madam Director, if you can close us out, can you give us again, give us your elevator pitch for the MBAC, and also let us know where we can find you, how we can get in touch with you, how we can follow for updates.
So again, we are your one-stop shop. I like to say it that way. My team is a wealth of knowledge. I think we've crafted a team that comes from diverse backgrounds. We all bring something different. I've been with the YBI for quite a while now, and I've seen the MBAC grow, not only from changes within the team, but just the knowledge, the understanding, how to deal with clients, how to pivot clients out of kind of, wonky places. So reaching out to us is going to be your best bet. And I actually had a call with a client this morning, and we can't necessarily help her directly, but we have resources where we can send her to get the help that she needs. So no one ever comes through our office and they don't get some type of service. So we are located at 241 West Federal. We are in the Youngstown Business Incubator building. You can find us on Facebook. We're on Instagram. We're on LinkedIn. And you can also put in an inquiry to meet with our team at www.ybi.org/MBAC. You'll be able to navigate our webpage, see some of the resources that we offer, and then make contact with us.
That is awesome. Again, thank you, Madam Director. Thank you to your team. And we will see you next time here at the YBI podcast. Have a great day.